Hey everybody, and thanks for tuning in to the AFV factory. So this is part two of the Leopard build, and as you can see, part two is the build side of the project completed. Um, it's a very quick kit to build. It's got a low parts count. I mentioned that in the last video, and I've said that also in the reviews that I've done. I don't think that's detrimental to this vehicle at all. It doesn't. These modern fourth generation main battle tanks, they're very streamlined. They're not like tanks of old where stuff is mounted on the outside. Lots of things are sort of internalized now, very much with, I suppose, similar to how planes are with bomb loads that are internal as opposed to hung on wings. And this is pretty much the same. You've got your missile system here, but that can just fold down on inside. The only other thing on the outside, really, apart from the 30mm cannon, are viewing blocks for and cameras, etc., for the crew. The crew are down here somewhere, and these panels either side of the barrel are just slightly more pronounced than the rest of the armor there. So I'm guessing that these are the areas that will accommodate the three-man crew. And as you can see, they don't even have any vision blocks or anything here. It's all done through cameras. And so yeah, so a low parts count, as I said. A lot of the detail is molded on, which I don't think is a problem. It doesn't need to have bits made up of lots and lots of smaller components. It's just, for my mind anyway, that's just not necessary. As long as you get the end result, you get the detail, and the model looks as it should. And everything pretty much was a good fit. It went together without issues. It's got workable suspension. The tracks are all workable, and even they were no problem really. The biggest job is cutting them away from the sprues, and the lower, the pad part, needs a bit of a clean up. Requires a bit snipping off, but otherwise that's it. And they went together really quickly. So yeah, I'm impressed all round really with this kit. If you're looking for something, you're looking for sort of ultra modern armor, and something that you can put together fairly quickly, this is an ideal kit. If I had to pick any faults, I suppose I should point some bits out. This is only really personal to me, really, but the barrel I would like to have seen slide molded rather than this, because you inevitably get the seam lines down the barrel that need cleaning up. They were very fine. They didn't need much cleaning up at all, but you do have some quite fine details on this barrel, so you have to be careful when you're sanding that you're not removing that detail. It's a small thing, but it's something. And the cladded armor that goes on the upper and the sides here, in this case I found it just needed a little bit of dry fitting, and just a little bit of sanding here and there to get it to sit on perfectly. Not a lot, but just a little bit. The top part is glued in place. The sides are not at the moment, as neither are the original side armor for the tracks, simply because it just will make it easier to get the wheels off and sprocket and idler for painting and weathering, etc. So yeah, so I'm planning on getting some paint onto this week if I can. Still humming and hawing about what design or scheme I'm going to do regarding the paint. I've been looking online at modern main battle tanks, and there's a few that I like. I'm sort of leaning towards a sort of a desert digital um, camouflage that I shall just mask up with Tamiya tape, I expect, and go from there. But yeah, I may well change my mind. I'll have a look through my paints that I've got, and if I can find some colours that I like that will go together, that's probably what I will do. And again, I am going to weather this. It isn't an operational vehicle. It's purely a demonstrator at the moment, and probably a test bed as well for the company that builds them. Um, but you know, it's quite nice to put these things when you're weathering them, have them actually sort of in use as if it was, you know, let's say rather than 2025, it was 2030, and this was somewhere on a battlefield um, doing what it was built to do. So I shall probably, yeah, I shall probably weather it up to make it look like it's earning its keep, shall we say. So yeah, this is a little short video. There's not a lot more that I can really say. As I say, you know, it's a good kit. It's definitely, if you like this type of tank or this type of vehicle, I would recommend giving it a go. And as I say, you know, it's a quick, easy build. So I'll leave it there. There's no point me rambling on and starting to repeat myself. So the next time you see this, I will have sort of I will have decided what I'm going to do paint wise, and it may well already be painted or partially painted. But I'll leave it there. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch up with you all later.